This one's 50% wool.
The rabbit! Oh, I'll get you for this. Yeah, Rocky's gonna rub you out, see? Get me my shoes.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tear you to ribbons. I'm gonna mow you down. Hand me my shirt. I'm gonna rip you to bits. Give me my tie. Oh, I'm gonna... Yeah.
Hold still, will you? There, you're as pretty as a picture.
You can't do that to Rocky and get away with it. I'm giving you 2 seconds to give me the dough, see?
Okay. But first you gotta close your eyes.
Yeah? Why?
Because I don't want you to see where it's hid.
Oh, all right. I'll count to 10 and you better give it to me, see?
Don't worry, brother. I will.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now give it to me. Oh, Rocky's really mad now. Why, it's Bugsy. Don't look at me like that, Bugsy. I'm your pal, Bugsy. Your buddy pal. Yeah.
It's curtains for you, Rocky. Curtains.
No, not that. No.
Curtains, you understand? Curtains. Here.
Oh, they're adorable.
Come on, open up, Rocky. It's the cops.
The cop. Hide me, pal, hide me. Don't let the coppers get me.
Isn't he a trusting soul? Okay, I'll hide you. Quick, in here. Well, you see it. Try this for size. No, don't fit. This will replace it.
Hey folks, Dad here with Elevation Diecast Racing. Welcome to the Mobster Modified Classic, where we have 37 entries for this modified race. Some of the fastest builders in the world are here. There are some missing. Hope to see you next race. But there are only 5 preliminary races. 5 races to see where these empty spots are going to get filled by. Which racer is going to race onto the wood as we get ready for some modified racing. Some of the best builders on hand here today, and we're going to see how it all turns out. Up first, staged and ready in the Midnight Auto, is Stick Dog Racing taking on Atomic Bob. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Here we go. Wow. Atomic Bob out front, 2122 is the time to beat. 2116 puts the cord of Atomic Bob on the board. Next 2 up, staged and ready, competing to get onto the bracket. We got Abnormal Speed Racing drivers Abby Normal in the Fat Fender 40 Coupe, taking on the 47 Fleet line of the Boggs Family Racing. Wow, 2099 is the time to beat. Wow, Abnormal Speed, 2093, getting them on to the bracket. Next up, we have IMS Troy Racing in the coupe. Driver is John Dillinger, and in the 33 Plymouth Hot Nuts diecast, driver is Craigster Sr. Let's see who gets down the lane first. Craigster Sr. running away with it. 2091 is the time to beat. Wow. 2077 this time, moving Craigster Sr. to the bracket. Next 2 to race off to get out of the bracket are the Cash Monies boys in the inside lane, taking on Arlo Racing on the outside. Cash Money Boy is going to take this one. 2125 is the time to beat. A little closer race this time, but the Cash Money Boys finding themselves into the bracket. And the last 2 up are going to be D20 Diecast taking on Blackie Mutton. D20 Diecast in the 33 Plymouth. Wow. Blackie Mutton getting it done. 2113. And that will be the time to beat. Just takes off in the flats. 2117 gets Blackie Mutton onto the bracket. Which means there are 5 racers getting on the trailer early. I want to thank you for building a car and coming into Mile High. But you got a front row seat to watch, as you may or may not have another car in the fight. Nevertheless, we appreciate every single one who's decided to join us for this unique race. And without any further ado, in lane number 1, qualifying number 1 overall, Flip Gambino and his governor, taking on the number 32 qualifier overall. It is Atomic Bob. Here we go. 2019 is the time to beat. 2016, Flip Gambino on to round number 2. Next 2 up, staged and ready, is the Bavarian Bomber in his Lincoln Continental, taking on Arlo Racing. This is Lando in the High Roller. Good race. 2056 by the Lincoln is the time to beat. 2056 again, moving Bavarian diecast on to round number 2. Next up, from the Stone Ponies diecast, it's Dawson and his Johnny Lightning Lincoln taking on the Rolls Royce Silver Shadow, driven by Sparky Racer. The race 2041 is the time to beat. And Dawson with a 2040 moving himself into round number 2. Next up, a couple of 36 chords on the outside lane. Stone Ponies Chris taking on the 36 chord of Ragin' Ricky. Race 2047 to 67. So a 2047 is the time to beat. 2042, better time, getting him into round number 2. Next up will be the Gold High Roller 2 from Zizzer Prime, taking on Abby Normal. 2034, wow. 2034 is the time Abby Normal needs to get. Good race. 2034 again, moving Zizzer Prime into round number 2. And as the numbers would have it, these are both the entries for the Chase Family Racing. So we got the Gravedigger taking on End Count. Let's see who's going on to round number 2. Good race. 2062. Oh, the Ford Victoria ran around him on the big end. Let's go. 2062 is the time to beat. Wow, 2051 this time to a 59. And the Gravedigger buries End Count to advance to round number 2. Next up, staged and ready, is the 34 Packard, driven by Milestone Racing, taking on the F40, Fat Fendered 40, driven by the Stick Dog Racing. Woo, 2054 to 74. 2054 is what Stick Dog will need from his Fat Fender 40 if he wants to advance. Milestone with a 2052 scoots him into round number 2. Next up, staged and ready, is Craigster Sr. in his 33 Plymouth, taking on the Way Too Fast of Blue Line Racing. Wow, Blue Line way out. 2034 is the time to beat. Wow, just takes off with another 2034, this time to 77. Blue Line finding himself into round number 2. Moving on over to the other side of the bracket, qualifying second overall is Flip Gambino and his Governor, taking on Ezra Jett, qualifying 31st overall. 2017 is the time to beat. 2023, moving Flip on to round number 2. Next up, qualifying 15th overall from the RC Addicts, it's the Gatspeed. Taking on 18th qualifier overall, it is Hello Kitty diecast in the 35 Cadillac. Good race. 2054 to 64. Kitty's Cadillac needs to beat a 2054. Ooh, very close. 2054 to 55 in the Great Gatspeed. Moving on to round number 2. Kung Pao Chicken. Next up, we've got Scissor Prime's Burgundy High Roller 2 taking on 131's Clay in his 56 Crown Vic Ford Victoria. Wow. 2039 is the time to beat. And Scissor Prime definitely on the right track, moving him round number 2. Next up in the High Roller, it's Spy Dude. Take it on Voxer's Country Club Muscle. 2037 to 74. 2037, the time to beat. Voxer with a 2038, getting him into round number 2. Next up, staged and ready, Blackie Mutton in the Tabo Lago, taking on Blue Line Racing's High Roller. 2028 is the time to beat. 2027 must have that time release nitrous. Blue Line moving on to round number 2. Next up, staged and ready, Dutch Vandershift in his High Roller, taking on Tommy Guns in his Classic Packard. Good race. 2054 to 61. 2054 is what Guns needs to beat. And Dutch Vandershift with a 2050, finding himself on to round number 2. Next up again, Dutch Vandershift in his Fat Fendered 40, taking on the Variant Skunkworks 47 Fleet Line. Should be a good race. Yeah, Fleet Line getting at 55 is the time to beat. Fleet Line taking off with a 2050 will get Variant Skunkworks into round number 2. And for the last race of the first round, Ragin' Ricky in his Talbot taking on the governor of Voxer Racing. 2035 to 78. 2035, the time to beat. And 2040 moves Voxer with his second entry into round number 2. Going into the second round, here's what it looks like. Stacking up to fight for the quarters. Times are going to start speeding up and tightening up as we get into this next round. But first, we're going to take some time to clean the track after these 2 rounds of racing so far. So, we'll be right back while you enjoy a word from Slandman Customs. All right, we're back, and that is the governor that we saw, not this Country Club Muscle. I get those two mixed up. They look a lot alike here. However, staged and ready in lane 2 is a governor by Flip Gambino, taking on the Bavarian Bomber in his Lincoln. Round number 2 underway. Wow, 2020 is the time to beat. Woo! 2022. Moving Flip to round number 3. All right, next up, both of them from the Stone Ponies diecast, qualifying 8th and 9th. we've got Chris in the Cord and Dawson in the Lincoln. Great race. Dawson taking it 41-43. 2041 is the time to beat. 2041 and a bigger beat is going to give Chris the nod. Moving on to round number 3. Definitely some Kung Pao chicken racing. And for the record, Dawson did qualify 9th and just beat the 8th overall qualifier. Switch that. 8 beat 9. Which takes us to Scissor Prime in his High Roller 2. Can the Gravedigger get him? Let's find out who gets down the lane first. Good race. Wow, High Roller taking off with a 2033. Wow. 2033 is the time to beat. Good race. 2032 this time. Moving Scissor Prime to round number 3. Next up in the blocks, it's Milestone Diecast. And his Packard taking on Blue Line's Way Too Fast. Good race. 2037-50. And 2037 is the time to beat. Blue Line Racing with a 3-3. Moving on to round number 3. Next up is the Great Gatsby of the RC Addicts taking on the Governor of Flip Gambino. Wow. 2021 is going to be the time to beat. 2027 moving Flip to the quarters. Next up, Voxer Racing in lane number 1 with his Country Club Muscle taking on Scissor Prime's Burgundy High Roller 2. Should be a great race. 7th and 10th qualifiers. Look at Voxer. Got him 36-41. 2036 is the time to beat. What a great race. Let's see who takes it down the lane first. 2036. Wow, good race. 38-39. That was awesome. But Voxer coming out ahead. He gets into the quarterfinals. All I can say is keep up the good work. Next up, in the far lane, Dutch Vandershift in his High Roller 2 taking on the High Roller from Blue Line Racing. Blue Line taking off when he gets to the flats. 2030-52. Dutch Vandershift also coming together nicely, speeding up. But a 2033 by Blue Line is going to put him out of this one. Blue Line moving on to the quarters. Next up, staged and ready, is the Variet Skunkworks in his 47 Fleet Line, taking on Voxer's other entry in his Country Club Muscle. Good race, 37-46. 2037 is the time to beat. Wow, 2035-47, moving Voxer into the quarters with his second entry. Here's a look at things are heating up quite nicely. We got some fast cars in these quarters. And a look at the other side of the bracket. Very interesting indeed. Who's going to the Final Four? We got Stone Ponies. Chris is the driver, taking on Flip Gambino and his Governor. Wow, he just took off like a shot. 2020-2044. 2020 time to beat. 2020 again to 46. Moving Flip into the semis. Next up in the blocks, we got Blue Line Racing and Scissor Prime in the brown and gold. Wow, Scissor Prime with a 2032-35. Oh my Atlanta. 2032 is the time to beat. Wow, 2034 is going to move Scissor Prime into the semi-final race. Next up is Voxer's Country Club Muscle taking on Flip Gambino's Stretched Out Governor. Wow. 2022-38. 2022. Pretty large deficit. Let's see if he can do it. Tighter race this time. 26-36. Flip moving on to the race. The semifinal race. Not over for Voxer Racing yet. He's got his governor taking on Blue Line's High Roller. Let's see who's going to the semis. Good race. 33 to 35. 2:03.3 is the time Voxer will need if he's going to the semifinal race. Won't get it done. 2:03.2 to 37. Blue Line finding himself into the semis. All right, semifinals time. Who's going to the finals? Who's going to race for third? We got Zizzer Prime in his High Roller 2, gold and brown. Gold and brown. Zizzer Prime taking on Flip Gambino in one of his governors. Let's go. Good race. 2:02.0 to 3:1. Wow. 2:02.0. Tough time to beat. 2:02.0 again to 2:30. Flip Gambino gets one of his rides in the finals. The question is, can Blue Line find another gear to take out Flip's other governor here? We're about to find out. The race. 2:02.4 to 3:2. Let's switch them. 2:02.4 is the time to beat. Good race. 2:02.3. Moving Flip to the final race again. All right, now the race for third, Zizzer Prime and Blue Line. Then we're going to figure out fourth and fifth. Man, this has been one spectacular race. Such fast builds. This was completely extraordinary fun to run this race. I have enjoyed every minute. Look at this, Zizzer Prime. 2:03.0 is the time. 2:03.4 will not get it, and Zizzer Prime securing third. Blue Line will await the winner of the next race. So Stone Ponies Chris takes on Blue Line, and Voxer takes on Voxer. Winner of this race will face one of Voxer's cars, Stone Ponies on the inside, Blue Line on the outside. Blue Line racing 2:03.7 to 4:6. 2:03.7 is the time to beat. Good race. 2:03.9 takes Blue Line on. And which one of Voxer's will be moving on to determine fourth and fifth place here? It's 11 versus 12. 2:03.5 to 3:7. Governor's up. 2:03.5 on the outside now. And he'll win it. Winner of this one will take on Blue Line's High Roller to determine fourth and fifth place. Good race. 3:6 to 3:7 Blue Line. 3:6 is the time to beat. Oh, my Lanta. 3:7 to 3:8 and Blue Line gonna move on. That'll put Voxer 6th overall. This decides fourth and fifth for the Red Line Derby ranks. High Roller 33 is the time to beat. 31 puts Blue Line fourth and fifth overall in this race. Which brings us to the final race. I guess you could say it's a toss-up. We'll have to flip for it. Governor versus governor. Stretch versus regular. 13 and 14. Let's go. Fastest time after lane swaps is going to be number one, Flip Gambino, 23 to 24. I think Stretch takes it. 23 is the time to beat. Oh, no! Oh, the short governor gets it. 2:02.0 to 2:3. And there you have it. Congratulations to Flip Gambino for building the fastest car for the modified Mobster Classic, and his governor also taking second place in his stretched governor, and Zizzer Prime taking third place overall on the podium. Congratulations, gentlemen, you built some fast rides. And fourth and fifth place, Blue Line Racing. So Flip's governor put down a 2:01.4. Let's just see. Let's give him another couple shots to break that record. Hey, we'll go permanently on the board for a 70-gram vehicle. 2020. And another run down the inside lane. Sounds really good. 2016. We're going to give him another shot. And then we'll put him up against my fastest in that class. Just for fun. 2015. Man, let's give him another run. I want to see him get a faster time. I don't know about you, man. I love this. This thing is sweet. I think fast builders ought to be rewarded and noted when they set records at other tracks, especially at Mile High. So 2015 is the closest he'll come. So 2014 is the record here at Elevation for a 70-gram vehicle. Let's give my bum a couple runs. This one raced over at Blue Line Racing. Let's give him a couple warm-up laps, see where he's at. I don't think he's anywhere near that. Nope, 2035. 2035. Hasn't had any workout for a long time. I sent my other country club muscle to races and fun. Oh, that'll be fun. Oh, if you know, you know. 2032. So I'm in the neighborhood, but I'm not as near as fast as Flip. I'm nowhere near as fast as Flip. Or Boxer. 2031 is close as I can get. Man. All right. Let's see it. Just for fun. Why not? Almost gapped. 2019 to 33. Oh, my Atlanta son. I tell you. Well, I want to thank everybody who participated in this race and chose to build a car. We are looking forward to the next event. It's going to be Hot Wheels versus Matchbox 51 to 61 weight class. And it's going to be military-based paint jobs with muscle cars from any country. So, 70-gram weight limit. Let's go 80-gram weight limit. 2018 to 31. So I've got some work to do in the building department, that's for sure. So, thank you for hanging out. From all of us over here at Elevation Diecast Racing, thank you for joining us for this edition of the Hot Wheels versus Matchbox Redline Derby Racing. We'll see you next time. And remember, if your car isn't fast, well, at least they'll look good on the shelf. See ya.